Hello everybody. So in this video I'll be showing a very F2P friendly artifact Portalcraft deck with only one legendary. So let's get right to it. So I said one legendary, but in all honesty, if you chose the artifact starter deck at the beginning, you basically will be only be crafting like gold and lower. So and this deck is actually very F2P friendly because you don't even really need your legendary that much, because your main engine is come from all of every single card. So let's go with artifact. So normally I would start with this card, but for this deck specifically I need to start with artifact recharge. So artifact recharge is a 1 cost spell that says add a gear of ambition and a gear of remembrance to your hand. So this is how artifact works. So gear of ambition is a 1 cost amulet that you basically cannot play, so it's stuck in your hand. So what he does is, when you can fuse any artifact amulet, and when you fuse to this card, you transform him into a striker artifact. So striker artifact, right? But then before we go to striker, we go to the other one. This will also get both Gear of Ambition and Gear of Remembrance. So Gear of Remembrance is the same thing. You fuse with an artifact, he transforms, but instead of Striker, he transforms into a Fortifier artifact. So Striker artifact has a base skill of Rush, and he's a 3/5/1. So if you need to call him, this guy is actually not that bad, but you're mostly using him just to go into the other bigger artifact. So the fuse aspect of it is the same as Fortifier artifact. You can see here. The only difference is that Fortifier is a 1/5 ward. So because this is a 1/5 ward, Striker is usually better. So when you get both of these, you will usually fuse Gear of Remembrance into Gear of Ambition. So basically you choose the fuse with the Gear of Ambition amulet. So what does the Striker and Fortifier artifact do? So when you fuse an artifact card into these two cards, you transform it based on the cost of card that you fuse. So if you fuse with 1 cost, you get Ominous Artifact Alpha. So Ominous Artifact Alpha has a skill of, at the end of your turn, you restore 3 defense to your leader. This is nice, but it's nothing big. And then there's the fuse with the other two. We'll come back to this later. So the other one is Artifact of Beta. So 2 costs. So you would need to fuse with 2 1-cost artifact to get Artifact Beta. So Artifact Beta is, at the end of your turn, deal 3 damage to the enemy leader. It's a 3 damage ping. This is nice, but it's not that amazing. It's just fine. And then the other one is you fuse 3 or more. So here's the thing. If you fuse with 1-cost amulet, you will need to fuse with 3 cards. So what you want to do is you want to fuse your 1-cost amulet into a 3-cost amulet, and then fuse into this to get the 3-cost condition. And when you get that, you go into Ominous Artifact Gamma. So Artifact Gamma says at the end of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemy followers. So this is pretty good, but the fact that it's a 5 cost, it makes it like not very good. You usually never really want to play this from hand. So back to Alpha. So Alpha will fuse with Artifact Beta and Artifact Gamma. And when you fuse both of them, you transform this into Masterwork Artifact Omega. So Masterwork Artifact Omega is a 10 cost 10/10 follower that has Fanfare, deals 5 damage to all enemy follower and restores 5 defense to your leader. Not only that, he has Storm, Ward, and Aura. So what this means is that not only will he protect you from your opponent cannot destroy this thing with spell, because spell usually target and Aura prevent this unit from being selected. So they have to either deal burn damage or swing into this thing. And fun fact, because This is a 10 cost. You can play on turn 9 going second if you save your extra play point. So now that I've explained the artifact, like the whole artifact itself, let's go with the rest of the deck. So I'll play 3 Alice, Electrifying Inventor. Last word, add Gear of Remembrance to your hand. Just a free artifact generator. And then we play 3 Leia, Guardian Angel. Last word, draw card, evolve, draw card. You never really evolve her. She's mostly there to draw a card. And because she's a ward, she also helps you to like stall the game a bit to get to your mid game. So you do need to draw a bit because, as you will see, none of your artifact stuff like actually draw, so you need outside help for that. And then we have Ruby, Greedy Cherub. Fanfare, select a card in your hand, return it to your deck, and draw a card. So this is good if you happen to draw any of your big follower like Ralmia in opening hand. But like Ralmia has an 8 cost, you cannot play her, so it's better to just put her back and like hope to draw something better. And then we play 3 Ironheart Hunter. So Fanfare, add a Gear of Ambition to your hand and evolve. Select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 3 damage. She adds Ambition, which is good. But the evolve thing is conditional. Like if you need the extra clear, you go into her. But if you don't, you don't, because there's a card that's actually better for your evolve. Next, we have 3 copy of Steam of Life. So it's a 2 cost spell. Select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 3 damage. And then you add a Gear of Remembrance to your hand. So 3 damage, and then it gives you your artifact stuff. It's good. It helps to clear opponent's follower while also like setting up your engine. And then I play 3 Seraphic Tiding just to draw 2, because as I said, all of your artifact like generator just generate artifact, but they do not draw anything. So sometimes your hand might be full of just break that you don't call, so you need extra draw power. So next we have Kitty Cannoneer, a 3 cost 3/2. Fanfare, add a Gear of Ambition to your hand. Again, just solid. And then Rush, so you can just summon her and then attack into something good. So now we have Miriam the Resolute. She is one of the 2 main target for evolve in this deck. So Fanfare, add both Gear of Ambition and Gear of Remembrance to your hand, and evolve. You activate the Fanfare again. So if you see that you need the extra artifact in your hand, you can evolve her to just get 2 more stuff, which is good. But if you can survive without evolving her, it's actually better to not evolve her. She's not like the main card to evolve. And then we have 2 copy of Divine Thunder. So Divine Thunder is a neutral 4 cost spell. It destroys an enemy follower with the highest attack. So if there are 2 or more with that are tied, it's going to be random. And then it deals 1 damage to all enemy follower. This is pretty good. It just destroys 1 big follower and then it just ping every follower for 1 damage. It helps you to just survive and get to your late game. Next we have 3 Rukina, Resistance Leader. Fanfare, add Gears of Ambition and Gear of Remembrance. Solid. Evolve, summon Striker Artifact. If you need to clear board, you evolve. You can evolve her, but usually you don't bother to evolving her. She's just there to just generate your gears. And next we have 4 Bullet from Beyond. So Bullet from Beyond is a 4 cost spell. So you select enemy follower field and destroy it. And then you add both Gear of Ambition and Gear of Remembrance. Again, destroy follower and generate your gear. Good, just good stuff. So next we have Alouette Doomwright Ward. This card is legit the MVP of this F2P deck. Because her Fanfare, she generates both Gear of Ambition and Gear of Remembrance, just like Miriam, just like Rukina. So just by that itself is good. But what makes her really good is her evolve effect. Evolve. Select an artifact follower in your hand that costs 5 or less, summon an exact copy of it. So what you do is you summon her and then you evolve her. When you evolve her, you can either get alpha, beta, or gamma. So as for which one you summon, that depends on the situation. Generally, I would say like you you will either go into beta or gamma first, and then the other one second, and alpha will always be the last artifact you transform into, because alpha is mostly useful for your getting to masterwork, but gamma can like clear board. It clears all of your opponent board so that you can survive longer. And then beta deal 3 damage to the enemy leader. So if your opponent doesn't have any board, you can use this to just ping damage, to just slowly chip away damage. Because while Masterwork Artifact is powerful, it is only a 10 cost. It is only a 10 cost 10 attack. So getting them to like that 10 so that you can OTK them on like turn 9 or turn 10 is very good. Alright, so she's very good. And then next we have 3 copy of Doomwright Resurgence. This is a Doomwright ward spell. Like you can see, it's that the same person in the art. And what this spell does is pretty similar too. So you select 2 artifact follower in your hand that cost 5 or less. You summon an exact copy of each. Give the exact copy at the end of your opponent's turn. Destroy this card. So it gives them something like Puppet, where they get destroyed at the end of your opponent's turn. But she allows you to cheat 2 5-cost artifacts. So usually what you choose with this is going to be beta and gamma. You will usually cheat these 2 out. But if your opponent doesn't have a board, it's actually worth it to cheat out beta and alpha onto the board so that you can just heal more. And then next, we have 1 copy of the legendary that we get in the trial deck or starter deck, however you call that thing. Ralmia Sonic Boom. So she's an 8 cost 2/2. So you might think that she's not that good just looking at that stat, right? But you see, what she does is fanfare, select 3 artifact follower in your hand that cost 5 or less, and summon an exact copy of each. So here, with this, you can summon 3 artifact follower. You don't have to summon 3 of the same artifact follower. So if you have 3 beta in your hand, you can just summon 3 beta, and then all of them will ping to your opponent's leader 9 damage that turn. But what I like to do is I like to just summon all 3, because this is an 8 cost. If you're at this point, you would usually just go to Masterwork Artifact anyway. And then what she does on Super Evolve is give all allied artifact follower on the field +1/+1. This is huge because it makes all of your artifact that has an at the end of that effect harder to be destroyed by your opponent. Like, there already wasn't really easy to get destroyed because, as you can see, like 3/5, 4/4, and 5/3. But just by making them like +1/+1, they're also just a threat. Like, if your opponent doesn't clear them, they're going to swing face. And because it gives +1/+1, even Gamma with 3 becomes a 4 defense. So your opponent's Gamma doesn't clear him. That is the nice thing about it. Of course, this is just the F2P, like free-to-play version of the deck. Like, there's only 1 legendary, and like most of this, you're going to need some gold, but you can create gold. Like, they're not that expensive. I will, of course, do a like full artifact deck gameplay when I actually manage to like have a full artifact deck, because even I don't actually have like full artifact deck. If you want to copy, here's the QR. If you want to like just scan this. Alright. So with that done, let's go straight into a ranked match. So as you can see, I'm still not that high myself because I had a lot of stuff to do. But yeah, let's go. So you're going to need to think a bit with Artifact, like whether or not you go straight to Gamma or to Beta, and then like which one. Alright, going second. Going second is actually better for this deck because you can then cheat out Masterwork Omega on like turn 9 instead, which is actually huge. So keep you. This is pretty powerful, but I don't have like okay, I can keep this. It's fine. On turn 3, I can call this out with the extra 1 PP, so it's actually fine. Okay. Alright, we have some option. We can either... I think I will just use this to just summon this. Just get... Just start fusing. But yes, it's on fanfare, so you can live. I'll just swing face. So yeah, the extra PP helps because as you can see, I would have wasted 1 PP if I didn't do anything back then. So now I got an extra thing. Alright, so now when you're actually at 4, there's actually no need to really do anything much. We'll just go you. I could evolve you to just deal damage, but like I don't think that's worth it. And then I'm going to just use these two. Well, I'm not going into beta or gamma yet. I'll wait until next turn and see what they give me. So as you see, I have a lot of Doomwright, but Doomwright's not worth it unless I have 2 5-cost artifact. So it's better to just try and draw something else. Okay. Okay, so Doomwright is going to be really not worth it next time, but I might have to play it to just like clear my opponent's board. Woo! Okay, I got Miriam, so she's not quite the artifact shit that Doomwright is, but it's fine. I think it's fine. We can evolve her. Like I said, she's not the worst evolve target. So we can just straight go to Gamma because we need to clear this next turn. Then I'm going to be fusing that, and I'm going to evolve her. And then I have all of this. So from all of this, I'm going to fuse into Beta. So that now we're set for next turn. So yeah, we can't really play anything so end turn. So yeah, this is a bit rough because I didn't have enough artifact generation in the early game. So we're going to have to take a bit of damage this turn. Oh, I got her. I got her, but I think it's more worth it to drop her than anything else right now because... Oh wait, no, she's not worth it. I can clear all of this with just 1 Gamma, so I don't need her. This is enough. So this way, next turn, if they have like a bigger board that Gamma alone cannot clear, like this, we can evolve her to swing at it, and then just summon Gamma to clear the board. Okay, this is a bit rough. Oh, okay. Okay. So 3, there's 5, go 8. if I do this, can I generate alpha? Oh no, I cannot. If I do this, can I generate double gamma? So I have one, I do this, I get another one, I get that. Not enough. I'm shy, I couldn't clear it. So now we need gamma. And now because we have a bunch of this, we're going to just fuse them up. This, and then because we need alpha, we're just prepping this turn. Do we have something that can be played? Oh yeah, no. If they have anything that hit my fist for one, I lose already anyway. That sucks. Oh well. Oh well, like nothing I could have done. Maybe I could have like used this instead and then saved that for later. I'm not sure. Yeah, that might have been the better play. But then again, like this is like this that only has one legendary, so it's pretty good, but don't expect too much from it. Basically, you do need the early game, basically. So let's see if we can get a better game this time. You're good. She's good. Remove those two. Okay. Okay, so this is huge. Having Artifact Recharge is huge in the opening hand. So on turn 1, between this and Artifact Recharge, this is going to be better just because she's a follower. But subsequent turn. Alright. Alright. Okay, so very powerful. Alright. Play this. Just get into this, and then I'm leaving these two because I still not sure which one to go. Because yeah, I'm still not sure if I should go for the gamma or beta yet. So as long as you're not overdrawing, it's fine. Bearing Angel. Okay, we got Doomwright, so that helps a lot actually. Okay, so because now we have another copy of that, we can safely just get another disc just to like free up our hand. And now we're going to go into this, and then from the looks of it, I'm going to need to go into Gamma next turn just to play board. So I'll do this, and then at the same time I'll prep to go into Beta. Yep, and now this can go into Beta here. Alright, and now I'll spend one more play point to get one more thing. And then with this one more thing, we'll get here to prepare for Alpha. Alright, and then next turn we can just Doomwright Gamma and Beta. This is what I mean of this deck needing draw. Look at this. Yeah, vanish. That hurts, but oh, okay, okay. I can either do this or I can either do that. Again, I still think this is better because we can just clear both. Yeah, we can clear them, no problem. So we just go for that. They're going to banish stuff, but there's no point because you know Doomwright, this thing would get destroyed at the end of their turn anyway, so this is pointless. Can super evolve? Not that I need to. Yeah, let's just go here, and then we can get our alpha ready. And now, because I can evolve and swing into that, I can use this to go into beta instead. Yeah. And then beta will deal 3 damage to them. So yeah, now that we have all of the parts assembled, it's just a matter of surviving until turn 9. Someone... Okay, so I can destroy her. Yeah. If I can destroy her, I'm going to just destroy her, obviously. I need this to survive. I really cannot play anything else, so wait, I guess that this can go into alpha, but then if I have I don't wait, this can okay, let's spray withdraw into something good. Because if nothing else, you can transform this into Gamma next turn, and then Gamma will just clear the board, giving us just one more turn to survive, go into Omega Artifact. Nice! Perfect, perfect. Just perfect. You got exactly what we need. So now, we can use this, use into this, and now we can go into Gamma. Deal 3 damage to all enemy follower. I can also ping this. Oh wait, no. That's not quite enough. But they will try to clear it, because if then they clear it, this is going to just keep hitting them. It's going to clear their board. Oh, he's going to just clear this and then attack, so I survive. Okay. I think as long as they don't like OTK me this turn, I basically won. So next turn I just play 1 play point, get into Omega Artifact, and then super evolve it to turn it into a 13-13 and just swing straight to face. So this is like if I were to play more Almia, then she would have come in clutch this turn. Like she would have summoned all of them, and then I could have super evolved her, deal this thing, and then like all of them will get big, ping damage, heal me. Like yeah, that's the power of Realmia if I have her. But of course, like with only 1 copy of Realmia, you're not likely to see her. Especially with how little draw this deck has. Chan. Okay, that's actually OTK me. So I didn't get to manage to win, but obviously you can see, right, like this deck, even though I lost both of the game, I was competing with a deck with like two and more like legendary. So like this deck is good, but it's not the best because obviously like you only have one legendary. Like ideally you want to like replace this with UD, and then you want to have more Ralmia to just like survive. Like if we had Ralmia, we would have survived because she would have like summoned Alpha, and Alpha would have healed me back like over two, and then next turn I could go like into an artifact, and then yeah. So yeah, right now like this deck I'm showing you is mostly limited by like the fact that I'm not running better cards. But I think this deck is a good base because you can slowly build onto it, and like once a lot of this like try hard like move up into higher ranking, this deck would actually have a better chance to win. So yes, that will be it for this time. uh I think next time I will, hopefully with this deck fully completed, we'll see how my luck goes. So that will be it. Thanks for watching.